Here, Christian, I thought I would give you an overview of the way in which we use Hapara, and from this you might be able to pick some of the differences. The first thing I'd probably say is we have everything we need within the one section. That means we can promote stuff up and down through the different sections and give different user interface. At the moment, as you can see, I'm on Standing Rock Hole. I changed that, and you can see that from a teaching point of view, I've got my teaching notes, I've got the UE literacy writing portfolio and all its integral parts coming up, which go straight into the user interface of the learner. I've then got the introduction section, and then through that I've got the Hapara section, which is specifically designed for our Maori students, and then I've got our North Dakota pipeline access, again, which is what most students do. There is also tucked away a help section. At any point during the learning, I can move these sections up and down to put them right in front of the learners when they start their learning. But just to give you a little bit more understanding, I'm going to start from the point of view of this group here. This group here was one learner, international learner, who was able to start early. This is all stuff for hidden for me. This is for a couple of Tangata Whenua learners, and this is for learners who are still trying to get their UE literacy. But I'm going to start off with the Standing Rock Hole group. Now, what this means in the introductory lesson, everything is set up nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the steps they have to go through. The tiles that relate to the learning objectives, which I don't think you can chuck up on the screen in front of the learners in Google Classroom, apart from, say, if you put it on the Google slides that the learner might be working off, but there's a scroll up and down through. However, the reason for showing this one, once the learners have done this and gone through this section and got themselves set up, one of the flexibilities I then have is if I want the learners to be straight onto their assessment report each time, I just chuck it up there and it sits in there. So every time they open up, they will go straight to the assessment report. And then what I would do after that, I might also move up the assessment schedule. So one of the first things they could do would be to read the assessment schedule. And then I might chuck this one down, which means I'd brought up the Hapara one. So I'll stick it one further down. And this means all the stuff for the learners who are in the North Dakota Pipeline Access Group is now going to be right at the top. I suppose the next thing then is to show you, so straight away I've got a different context for a different group of learners to meet their specific needs, which are the Hapara ones. What you'll see is all that stuff stays the same, but anything that isn't to do with that, and that one's there because I forgot to remove all groups, is just set up for them. The help section is for everybody because they all need help with the different help parts of the help section. And then the final section, which I think is a huge advantage, is I've also got a group of learners who are still getting their UE writing. So what this means is those learners who are doing the whole and the writing will have all this stuff in front of them. So they'll have the writing criteria, they'll have that learning objective there. They will also have the UE writing task going there with all the component parts of that. This is just one insight on a single workspace. And this is one thing that I think that Hapara brings to us. So I'm going to stop there at 4 minutes 20 and catch you later.